Wow. Jeff, that was great, man. That grooved.
Thanks, Bob.
Grooved. That's off your new CD,
Yeah.
Strat Got Yo Tongue.
Yo Tongue.
Yo Tongue.
Yeah.
You've got some pretty heavy-duty personnel on there as well.
Yeah?
Who are
Yeah.
some of the people you have?
Well, I had Dave Garibaldi and Rocco Prestia from Tower of Power.
Okay, now David's the drummer and
I
Rocco's the
get
bass
the
player.
privilege to play with, you know, all year. It's great. Alex Litcherwood sang a couple tunes, who was Santana's singer for about 15 years. He's been
Very
around.
distinct voice.
Yeah, he was with Brian Auger originally.
Okay.
And he sang with Santana through the late 70s, pretty much almost through the 90s.
Okay.
A long time. Freddie Stone of Sly and the Family Stone, who's...
That's Sly's brother,
Yeah,
right?
he's Sly's brother. He played guitar. He's the pioneer of all funk guitar. There would be no funk guitar if there was no Freddie Stone. And he's a big influence on me, so it was great to have him on the record.
Oh, that must be a dream come true.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
My son, he's on there.
Oh, your son?
He was like 1.
Okay.
So I let him
start them early.
He started talking, so, you know, we figured put it on a record.
Sure, absolutely. Why do I get the impression it's all about groove and funk with you? I mean, you're right in the pocket all the time. Tell me about the importance of groove and just being in the pocket.
Groove and in the pocket, I mean, at least when you're playing with an ensemble type of band like Tower of Powers, but all bands, I mean, it's everything, you know. Music's a lot like a sports to me. It's very similar. I played a lot of sports growing up, and I mean, you could have the best 5 guys on the basketball court, and if they're not grooving, they're not going to win. You know, it's guys who play well together, who hang well together, and the groove is big ears. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, you can sit alone and you can catch a groove, but if it's not with someone else, it's kind of meaningless.
Then how did you learn to do this? Were you always playing with groups?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing with bands since I've been 11.
Okay.
I mean, some sort of performing live. My first guitar teacher, I joined his band after like about 6 lessons. He goes, "You can play," you know, we were learning Beatle tunes and Cream and all the stuff back then, and, you know, Rolling Stones. And so playing with a band has been probably the, you know, my most, you know, the best thing for me, because I've always been playing with people, you know. And a lot of guys will just sit in their room and just shred it up, but, you know, until you get with some other guys that you can really mesh with, it's, you know, it doesn't do you much good.
Yeah, yeah. Who were some of your influences?
Well, originally, you know, I love the English rock. Jeff Beck's my favorite guitarist.
You toured with Jeff?
Yeah, we did.
Right,
We did, in Europe, we did our last 2 shows of the tour were in Italy, and we opened for Jeff, so it was a thrill. I got to hang out and play soccer with him.
Oh, that's cool. Did you play guitar at all with him?
No, I didn't get to do that, just soccer, maybe next time. But, you know, he's a very expressive guitar player. His style doesn't change, but you can fit it into every music. You know, I like guitar players like that who pretty much stay true to who they are and not say, I'm going to make a jazz record, or I'm going to make this record. They pretty much stay who they are. And
true to their heart.
Stylish, you can fit into, you know, all the music's just music. It's not like, you know, there's this, your rap station and your alternative, and there's a lot of barriers today, which I think is too bad.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like back when I was growing up, I think all music's great. It's just, you know, kind of, you know, putting the barriers up and people just saying, I'm just going to do this and this, I think is, you know, you don't really get the full, impact of all musics.
Right. Now, you were at one time with Jefferson Starship.
Yeah, it was Starship. It was the Starship version.
Okay, how was that? Because that's quite different than what you're doing.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Yeah,
it was Marshalls instead of
stacked Marshall amplifiers.
Yeah, and that gig it was really fun. Mickey Thomas, a great singer. I took every solo, and, you know, I kind of had to play more, I'd say, this way. I had to play like with a bigger, wider type of sound, because I was kind of the main musical instrument, whereas Tower of Power, there's a lot more going on. I think I'm more kind of this way. Yeah. Like if you were mixing a band in a studio, there's a slot for the guitar, whereas with Starship, you needed a real big sound to kind of
Now, you were a fan of Tower of Power.
Oh God, since
Way
yeah,
back.
since I was 10.
Yeah, what's it like to live your dreams like that, to walk into a band that you dreamt about and
It's
listen?
incredible. I mean, you know, I wake up every day and I just say, you know, I was 14, I think, where I just went, you know, God, I think I could play with this band. How great would that be? And as soon as I hit high school, I found some horn players, you know, because we were rocking out. You know, we were doing Allman Brothers and all that stuff back then.
Sure.
And as soon as I got into the jazz band, you know, I picked up some horn players. You know, we got to do some Tower, we got to do some Sly. You know, Sly was a huge influence on. I'm from San Francisco, and I mean, he influenced not only San Francisco but all the music.
Sure. Yeah.
So you know, out of a lot of the bands back then, Sly was a huge influence, and Tower of Power too, especially.